How would you like it if you could just talk to your computer, say whatever you would like to design, and then boom, your design is there. If you want to make changes, you want to change a cat into a lion or whatever you like to change, that's all possible. And I'm super excited to be here with my good friend Todd. And how's it going, Todd?
It's good, Tim. Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, I'm super excited to have you here because yeah, I already seen something what we're going to share today. I think it's better to let you do the talk, but it's something exciting that you're going to launch within a few
Yeah.
days, right?
You know, the problem was that for so many years we saw AI text to images come out and we're saying, oh, wow, that's really cool, but it doesn't quite get it right. But what if you can combine all the different large language models to work in concert with each other and then come up independently with the absolute best image creator ever? And I mean ever. The ability to change anything once you load in a picture, anything in the picture can be
Yeah.
different, as you said, to put text that reads properly anywhere in the image. So you could use it for an ad, for a logo, for anything. And you don't even have to do it with the keyboard. You could even just speak the changes. I mean, it is kind of like magic, and it is AI images to the next level. It's AI images, but not just for, saying, hey, wow, look, we have an image. Instead, what we're saying is, hey, now you could use these images for all kinds of applications, and they work. And in fact, it'll make you into an instant designer once you pick this up. It is truly amazing. I can't wait to show you.
Yeah, that's amazing indeed. I mean, I saw you coming out with a new software. I was like, oh, it's another image software, right? But that's not the case in this case. I mean, it's so flexible because it puts you in control. Like you can really design whatever you like, and your imagination, that's the limit, right?
Yeah, in fact, like if you were to take me right now, I'm in my kitchen, right? And we were to take a snapshot of this. We would do a screen grab, and then we'd load it into the software. And we'd say, instead of a refrigerator behind Todd, change that to a washing machine. All of a sudden, you'd have a washing machine behind me. Now you see, like there's a little. I'm not trying to do it with the camera, but you see there's like a little post-it note thing there. See, right on the post-it note, don't forget to go to the supermarket. That writing will just pop up. Don't forget to go to the supermarket. I mean, it's just like that. That's exactly what this does. It just changes any scene and customizes it the exact way that you want. But that can be used, of course, in so many different ways.
Yeah, that's also what I saw in the software, and we're gonna take a look at it in a minute. Like you can use it for every kind of design, like mock-ups, right? Or you create a
Yeah, think
T-shirt
about
or a
this. You could use
logo,
it.
or
Let me give you an example. So let's say something happens. This is a bad example. Forgive me, but Trump early this week, right? He came up with this term. Instead of Gulf of Mexico, he says now we have to call it Gulf of America. I mean, it sounds crazy, but that would have made it for a great T-shirt. So what you could do is you could just get an image of a T-shirt, and we have templates for that. And on the T-shirt, you could just write Gulf of America, and then you could say and put a picture of water or something like that. Um, Instantly, you could then turn around and sell those T-shirts. You could go to those services that get them printed up, and you could turn around. So you could instantly have a design when news hits. This is just one way to use it.
yeah.
When news hits, and that design could then be applied to a T-shirt, to a mug, to anything. So yes, you could do mock-ups, you could do T-shirts, you could do logos, you could do ads, anything with this. It just immediate changes right off the bat. It's instant design without needing a designer. And you're the designer as a result.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the cool thing. You don't need to have any experience to do the designing because if you can talk or type, you can create it. How about
Yes, it's
how
right
about
from your
show
brain.
how about showing a demo, Todd?
Okay, I'm going to do that right now. And what I'm going to do is, to make it simple, I'm going to show you some of the stuff I was just working on. So, for instance, this is one of the templates, right?
Mhm.
And we had a very funny thing happen in the United States this week. We actually had a snowstorm, Tim, down in Florida and New Orleans, where they do not get snow ever. All right. So I got such a kick out of that I wanted to just take this template and change it, because this looked like it was shot in New Orleans. And I said, hey, this reminds me of what's going on down there right now. So what I did is I wrote in the box right here at the bottom, I wrote, change the scene to New Orleans or something like that. And this is the result I got. And then I said, right, we want snow. I said, we want snow on the sign.
Nice.
I just typed that in. I wrote, and then the next thing I asked for, I think, was to actually have a snowy scene. So there it is. It immediately changed it to a snowy scene. And then I just kept playing from there. I said, I want heavier snow. And it took out one of the words. And at one point, I didn't ask for the heavier snow yet. And it gave me this. And then I asked for the heavier snow right here. And it changed it to want snow. So I said, all right, we wanted to say we want snow, right? But make sure that it's New Orleans. And then I said, change the sign to New Orleans, January 21st, 2025. And the reason I said that was because that was the date of that snowstorm in New Orleans. So I kept asking for these small changes. And as you could see, I was able to change the writing. I was able to change the background, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
That's just one example. I played with the snow some more. But here's another one with the snow. I'll show you again in a minute. Here's one that's very interesting. I just had a blank mug like this. And I said, what if I could write on that mug, right? And, that could be something that I can also order up online if I do the writing, right? So I said, all right, here, let me just write something. So I asked it to write, do not break me, okay? So here's the mug. This is the original. I said, right here, I typed in, please write, do not break me. On the mug. And there it came up, because what had happened is my girlfriend had just broken a mug just like that, maybe an hour before I was playing with it last night. And then I got that. So that's a good example of how you can mock it up on anything and it will show it correctly, The third one is interesting because I got a little more creative. One of the templates was a scene of the mountains. The original template didn't have any snow, and I added snow, and I added birds and flying dinosaurs and things, and I wrote, wish you were here. But then I remembered that storm down in the south again, so I started changing the language again. I said, say welcome to Georgia, because it was snowing in Georgia in the mountains. So I said, all right, welcome to Georgia. And then it started snowing in Florida, and I said, hey, let's make this into a Florida scene. Let's change the wording. I wrote in the bottom here, and I could also just ask it with the
with your voice,
like this, with my voice. I said, hey, change this welcome to Florida. All right, so that's the next thing I did. But then I realized that Florida doesn't have any mountains, right? That's in the United States, and in the southern United States and Florida, we have just beaches. So then I wanted to do something very interesting, Tim. I wanted to see if I could recreate the actual scenes that people were filming down in Pensacola, Florida. So what I asked it to do was I asked it to actually recreate a scene right here for a snowy scene with a beach in Pensacola, Florida. And it gave it to me. It kept the welcome to Florida. It kept the deer that I had asked it to put in.
Nice.
And it gave me snow on the beach, and it gave me the palm trees. And that was exactly the images that we were getting out of Florida. Those were the exact ways that it had looked. And I got such a kick out of that.
Awesome.
That I was able to change it that way. Now, this is just the beginning of the tip of the iceberg. For instance, on the right-hand side, I could resize the image. Basically, I could make it any image size, for any platform or any ad that I want. I can make it a long image. I can make it a square image. I can make it a horizontal image. Then I can apply different styles. I could change this, for instance, and I could make it into, let's say, a cartoon. Here's an example of a black and white charcoal art, it says. And it's going to think for a while, and then it's going to,
you just click the style that you'd like to have, and it's going to change it, right?
Right. It'll change it to that style.
Yeah.
And it'll be, like a completely different kind of image. So that's what it's working on right now. And then I could show you how we start from a template in just a moment.
Yeah. Let me show also a few examples. If you can switch to Ecamm, you can see my screen, because I also have a few examples here. So I saw you going through history because that's the cool thing about the software. It remembers everything that you're doing, right? So
Yes, and then you could just go back again. That's
instead
how I was
of
able to show you all
that's
that
also why
stuff
we said,
just
hey,
now.
we need to do it this way. Otherwise, people are waiting for the results to show because it's going to take 10, 15 seconds. But you can see this, right? This was an original image that I downloaded from the internet, and this is copyrighted. So I thought, hey, that's the cool thing. If you find an image online, you can just recreate it. So, and I added a special style
Right, and
to it.
now all of a sudden it's copyright free because it
Now it's
redid it.
copyright free, and I got this image. So I started playing with it, and I said, hey, change it, make it look like this. And look at all those beautiful pictures here. And it's just one of them. So I had another one here where I had this template from you guys, and I was like, hey, change that loft, change that to Tim, and boom. Suddenly I have my own Tim on the background. And then we had a butterfly. This was also a stock image. And I said, hey, I want to change this to, oh, this was the original, actually. This was the original image. And I say, hey, recreate it. And I uploaded the picture, and this is what it created for me. And I was like, put some grass on it, and boom, it added some grass to it. And I said, I want to have the grass in the front, and the grass was in the front. And now I want to have a boat in the water, and the boat was in the water. And so I kept changing it, and these are the actual results. And I think it looks pretty cool, isn't it? And
Oh yeah, that was really wild actually.
this is so easy to create, and that's why I simply love this software. I mean,
I mean, you
it's
see how
so
it
easy.
does it accurately too. The AI images that we've known from the past, sometimes the people don't come out looking right and stuff like that. But this
Yeah,
is very, very accurate in its renditions. I really
yeah,
enjoy that. Yeah. All right. So one more time, share my screen.
yeah,
I want to show you that we got our welcome to Florida.
yeah,
Did change back, and then I want to show you the main area where you do design. The way
yeah,
that you did that, Tim, is you just uploaded a design right here in the upper left.
yeah.
So you could either use our templates. We have a whole bunch of templates, or you can actually upload your own image right here, and that's what you had done. Now, I want to point out that the templates that we have are very useful. For instance, you can make stickers, you can make t-shirts, logos, social media posts, memes. This is a big one, Tim. Virtual backgrounds.
Yeah,
Think what I could do in terms of green screen work. Now I never can have an excuse of being without a background for my green screen work.
yeah.
Um,
I
you can
love
make
that one.
cards, you can make posters, you can make book covers, you could make art as this is the old way, right? That used to be just art
Yeah,
for AI text to images. Now this is going way beyond that. You could do mugs, monograms, mock ups like we discussed, and you could even do wallpaper, mobile wallpaper. I mean, it's just fantastic. I really, really love this. It's just so simple to use and yet so powerful at the same time.
absolutely. And what I noticed at the left bottom, it says install Chrome extension coming soon, but that
Yes,
actually,
that's one of the things that we are selling in the ultimate package. Is we have the Chrome extension is actually just about ready. That
mhm,
is ready now. But what we also have coming is Canva integration, Tim.
nice.
So it actually integrates with that platform, Canva. But that won't be ready for about it's 20 business days, so that'll
Hmm,
be a month. It'll be
okay,
ready in a month. Yeah.
nice, nice. So, Todd, you're gonna do a pre-launch webinar where people can get early access, where they can ask questions, where you're probably gonna do some live demos as well. Can you tell a little bit more? When is the webinar? Why do people need to sign up,
Yeah,
etc.?
it's one of our webinar marathons where
Mm,
I'm on the spot just doing webinar after webinar because we get so excited. We want to do a complete demonstration of the actual software. And that complete demonstration is coming up at 8 o'clock on Sunday night. But in addition to that, we're going to have all kinds of specials. We're going to have prizes. We're going to give away free software. We're going to also unveil what we call the ultimate package. Folks may recognize this as what was once called a bundle package,
mhm.
where we include not just the main software, but also we open it up to being, to templates. We open it up to getting that Chrome extension I mentioned, and that eventual Canva integration that's coming in a month. And we also have a way for folks to get in on this with an unlimited fashion. They could
Oh,
just,
nice.
make as many as they want. We have all those specials that we're going to be unveiling on that 8 o'clock Eastern time, Sunday evening webinar. And then we're repeating it for those that find that time is a little bit off their time zone, like your time zone, Tim,
Yeah.
at 10 o'clock in the morning Eastern time the next day, Monday morning. So we're covering both time zones really well that way.
Nice. And they can ask away during the webinar, right?
Yeah, you can ask any questions. We're going to have a much more lengthy demo, and we're going to really, break down everything, and we're going to really kind of have a party with this because folks can bring images that they want us to
Nice.
change. We could do it on the spot, and we'll have much more time, obviously, to show these images just coming to life. And we're really excited about it. And we also are offering this unbelievable deal during the webinar that you can't get off webinar. So that's one of the reasons why we suggest everybody should sign up right now on this page using your link on the page by putting their name and email address in.
Nice. So coming Sunday, 8 p.m., if you can make that due to time zones, Monday at 10 a.m. in the morning.
We'll have the same deal, 10 o'clock in the morning on Monday as
nice.
8 p.m. Sunday night. Prices will be frozen until 11 o'clock on Monday morning.
Okay, so the best price is during one of those two webinars, right?
Right, correct. That's the time to get in at the lowest possible price.
Awesome.
And definitely get that ultimate package deal where everything gets all thrown in together. And if the unlimited deal too, I mean, the ability to go unlimited with this, because once you start playing with it, you won't stop. It's very quick. You really can burn through these, unlike some other software.
Yeah.
And that's why we're suggesting unlimited.
Yeah, and you can't stop playing with it. I mean, once you start designing, you're going to redo and again and again.
And you can become an instant designer on Fiverr or any of those platforms right away. You could just make an instant portfolio. It could only take you a day to go get up and running to make a portfolio and to get it out there on something like Fiverr. It would be very impressive. You could say, bring me your image design and I will, design it for you.
Yeah.
And you can make any design that people ask for it, which is pretty incredible.
Yeah. That's
the old
what
way.
I love.
You had to be a designer and it would take time. Now you can do it right away and turn it around and make money right away. I can't think of an easier way to get in and start making money by becoming an instant designer like this. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. That's why I'm super excited about it as well. So coming Sunday, guys, make sure you be there, or Monday morning. Todd, is there anything else you'd like to say?
No, just that this is so much different than anything that we've seen before by combining the large language models and the image models, so that they understand each other, and therefore they understand you. And the ability to just be able to talk it, just to say it. The mobile, you could actually access this on your phone. And when you do on your phone, it's really easy to use that ability to, just
to talking to your phone. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a whole nother level. I'm just so glad that we could get this into people's hands.
Nice. It's an exciting time we're living in, right?
Yeah, it is.
Awesome. Well, Todd, thank you so much for being here, man. It was great talking to you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the demo. And everyone who's watching, make sure to sign up, get this product for the best price, and looking forward to see you there, guys. Talk to you soon.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.